In this video, I'll be sharing with you 5 reasons, 5 red flags why your Canada spousal sponsorship has been taking forever to be approved or rejected. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Abiola and this is Real Time with Abiola. If you're new here, you're highly welcomed and thank you so much for tuning in. If you're just seeing my face for the very first time, so I relocated to Canada based on the spousal sponsorship. So if you've not seen my previous video, I'll link it up. You can watch it and then know how my experience began. So yeah, back to today's video. I'll be sharing with you part of the red flags. Some of these applications get denied, delayed, or no response. A lot of reasons, but I'll be specifically sharing 5 reasons with you. The very first one would be the fact that your sponsor is ineligible. So that could vary a lot of ways. It could be that your spouse has criminal record, in prison, financial reasons. It could be that he or she has married somebody within the span of 5 years. It could also be that they're owing some support fees such as child support, a lot of things tied to being ineligible in the country. So you want to make these inquiries first to be sure that they don't have any of these things tied to them first before you begin with your application. So as soon as they check it and you're not eligible, they let you know immediately. But this is a background check that you can do yourself even before starting the application at all. The reason why an application can get rejected or maybe delayed is based on the fact that the applicant is also not eligible. So based on criminality checks, based on medical issues, if you have communicable diseases, it could also be that a spouse are underage, the applicant has been deported or has immigration issues, back and forth. Ensure that all of these checks are done. Even if you have any of those, you can as well state it way before you applying so that they are aware about it, and based on their reasoning they can either reject you or approve you. So all of these things actually applies to the reasons why some people get rejected. Another red flag could be incomplete documentation, incomplete forms. So if you have watched my previous video, my application, to be precise, was delayed for a very long time based on incomplete information. So you want to be ready to provide every information that is necessary at the beginning of your application. You want to ensure that you proofread everything that you're sending out so you don't miss out any important dates. So in the case of delayed application, if you don't fill some important dates such as where you met your spouse, the date you met your spouse, and the likes, it can delay your application process. And I am sure you don't want that, right? So you provide the right documents, get friends attestation, you want to get photos together, your marriage certificates if you're married. If you're a married person, definitely know that you should add your marriage certificate, right? So in the case whereby such important documents are missed, they want to see you as are you sure you're genuine, right? So you want to show proof of you probably living together. If it's based on common law partner, show proof that you've been living together for over 12 months. Those documents are important to your application. So missing or incomplete documents is not allowed. You have all of these things before you begin your form at all, right? Some officers differ from one to another. Some people might see that it was a mistake and then reach out to you to provide additional documents, while some people will just judge based on what you have sent. So you want to be sure that you're guarded at all times. Another reason would be that the compatibility between you and your spouse sometimes is questionable. So for some people, it could be due to age difference, or it could be to cultural, differences. And then the officer is like, okay, from where to where? So of course, sometimes we know that some of these marriages are genuine, some are not, right? So, but based on the officer's discretion is how they approve the application and based on some investigation. If you already know that based on age differences, you are most likely to be rejected, you ensure that you have provided information prior to that stage of approval, right? You want to state where you guys met, how long you guys have known each other for, how long you've met each other, just to be sure that you are ready for those questions and all. Another red flag is where you marry your partner too soon. So for example, if you say that you met your partner 8th of May and they're seeing you get married May, when they sense that the date you met your spouse to when you got married is too close, it's already a big red flag for them. So these officers are there to that people join their family members in Canada. As we all know, Canada is big on family reunification, right? As well as these agents are trying as much as possible to investigate and ensure that you are marrying for the right reasons and not just to come to Canada. If you know that you're getting married, you want to have some space, or in the case whereby there is no space, you want to address the concerns even before them getting there. So it shows that you really know what you're doing and that the marriage is genuine. Most cases where they realize that the marriage is too fast, or they realize that there was a missing date or missing something, they call for an interview. And an interview takes a very long time during your application. During the interview process, they get to ask you questions about your spouse, what they eat in the morning, what dates, several questions that you might not even be prepared for. If you have provided all of this information way before, sometimes you might have answered their questions and they don't need any interview for sure that you have provided everything that an officer needs during the investigation. If it's pictures from family members, any outsider in that picture, you know them, provide them with any outstanding documents, provide them with any information that you think might be a problem to you and your spouse later on. Provide them with this information before they start investigating or before they find out themselves. So when they find out themselves, it's more or less like a red flag to them, right? But if you tell them beforehand, they feel some type of like comfortable saying that, okay, it was the applicant that told us, not we finding out ourselves. The very last one I'll be sharing with you would be misinterpretation. This is one of the greatest red flag, right? That you can ever find. So it is very important that if you have applied before to Canada or based on anything, you want to tell them beforehand, right? Even if you have been rejected previously, you want to state that. If you have been deported before, you want to say that. Anything that has to do with misinterpretation, I'm sure you already know the results for that. So it would cost you to be banned for many years. So, and you don't want that, right? Information is given to Canadian government based on your current status, like whatever is happening at that time. You want to ensure that you are providing the information accurately, because that could make you get rejected or delay your approvals. If you're able to bypass all of these red flags, it would make your application go smoothly. So we have come to the end of the video. I'm hoping you're able to learn one or two things not to do and things to do during your Canada spousal sponsorship. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. I'll be right there with you. Thank you for watching. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.